it was something, you know, going into the pop country world, something I thought about doing, and it was just time for a change. I was getting somewhat bored with the same loop of artists, the same loop of sound. I mean, pretty much the sound that I've been singing has been around before me. You know, I grew up listening to whether it was the Motowns or the Earth, Wind, and Fires, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It was all staying right in that same loop. And it was just time to change it up a little bit. Vocally, I do what I do. That pretty much stays the same or right in that realm anyway. It was more musically style.
Okay.
Whew. How long is our interview? I have a book that I'm in the midst of marketing now, which I'm sure we'll talk about a little later. I have 2 projects, possibly 3 new what do they call them now? CDs, records that I'm working on. I have R&B that has been done. I just haven't finalized the mix and released it. It's called Everything and More. It falls in that old school crooning, Brian McKnight, Luther, Eric Benet, you know, it falls in that realm. And then I have a new one called Gray. That's the new one. And then I also have one that I'm trying to decide on because Gray ended up being so long. I'm thinking about doing one called Country-ish, which is kind of a country music with the R&B vocal vibe. Gray for me was just for everybody to love it, not black, not white, gray. It's in the music world, in life, everything seems to be based around that. And what I'm trying to do is unity. So I'm just putting everything in a nutshell and bringing everything together. And the name Gray came up and it stuck. And that's why the newest album will be called Gray. Taylor Swift, because it's Taylor Swift. So let's start there. I don't even have to say anything else. Taylor Swift, because it's Taylor Swift. There's a few. Barbra Streisand will always be another one because I've admired her and for ever. I just think she's at the top of my vocal statue. And when I say at the top, I mean, that's male and female. She's at the top. When you get to the level that she has as a singer, as a pure singer, you know, personalities and genres and all of that, they are what they are. But when you find somebody who can open their mouth and it just calms the universe when she sings, that's somebody that I would like to work with. I'd love to work with Katy Perry because I just adore her. She's funny, but I didn't realize she was as good of a singer as she is until, you know, I'm a big time American Idol fan. And watching her and Lionel and Luke, it's always wonderful. I don't agree with some of the stuff, just saying, but I love Katy Perry, you know. Some of the more R&B people would be Phil Perry, who I've had the pleasure of singing with and talking to on a regular basis and being mentored by, who is one of my top, he is the top R&B male. Luther was the other. Steve Perry is definitely one of my top. He's unbelievable in what he does in his genre. And I'm a Michael Bublé fan. I love Michael Bublé. But what I've had to start doing is, you know, getting up there, getting older. I'm not going to say getting up there, but getting older. What I've had to realize is I had to start listening to some you know, the Billie, what is it, Billie Eilish or see, I'm getting older, right? And having kids that are in their early 20s, it helps me with somewhat keeping up, because if I want to still continue to write and potentially collaborate with some of the newer artists, I have to know what they do. What's her name? Sarah, I call her Sarah B. Sarah
Bareilles.
There you go. Started listening. Well, I had been told that I liked her before, but I didn't know what her name was. But I've been listening to her lately. Oh my God. She's another one that I love to collaborate with. I mean, I think she is absolutely amazing. Gravity is one of my favorites of hers. Love it. There's another one. I can't think of the name of it right now, but I just heard it for the first time yesterday and fell in love with it. I can't think of the name of it right now. But yeah, that's the style of music that I didn't grow up with. I didn't grow up with pop. I grew up with rock, both classic rock and rock, heavy metal rock. My brother was a rocker, or still is. Wasn't something that I wanted to do, but I grew up with it because when my mother would go to work, he would start it up, you know. So I grew up listening to rock guitar for years. So, but it somehow it seeped into my bones and entwining, I guess you would say, bringing them both together, and his style and my style, and just trying to come up with a universal sound that it doesn't matter what genre it is, you just want to hear it and you understand. Time for Change is one that we have a video out on under Classic Twist. And it's just talking about the changes that are needed in the world, and the music is universal. I have another one called Trying Times, which is another universal. I'm doing a couple of cover tunes on there, which are classic rock covers. I'm still deciding on some of the other one. I have some pop stuff, more of the kid stuff. I have some country on there as well, country style. So it was just universal stuff I wanted to be on this album, and I'm super excited about the final on when it's done. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not gonna say no, because anything is possible. It's not my biggest goal right now. Now, if I got a tour, Katy Perry, Taylor, if you guys just need somebody to come on, warm it up for you, give me a call, I'm out. Overseas, Canada, or some quick come in, do 2 or 3, enjoy the chemistry, the atmosphere, you know, because I do miss it sometimes. I don't miss it like I used to, but I'd love to get out there with some of the new stuff, because the new stuff is really cool. I'm actually excited to release the new one next month, Till I Met You. It's different, totally different than anything I've ever done, but we've gotten some really, really, really good feedback. Matter of fact, we got some feedback from Japan, and I was like, what? So we're going to be releasing that one next month. I'm having that one finished up now. Then I have some ideas. Hopefully, one of my biggest deals is to potentially work with a buddy of mine, Kevin Flournoy, who is a great producer also. Would love to do some of his material, because I've heard some of his stuff that fits in that classic twist realm that I'd love to do with him and have him produce some stuff. But I don't know, you know, the concert thing, the festival, will I come in and do a few songs? If the right one comes along, yeah, I would do it. And see what, you know, see what it does. So I won't say no.